Hi, hello. Welcome to Ayshu Vlog channel. Today we are going to talk about the AZ-900 real-time questions. As I said in my previous videos, I've recently completed the AZ-900 exam in 2022. So I thought of sharing the questions which I referred and which I got in my real-time exam. So let's get started. So this is the overall scope recap, and the percentage in brackets is the weightage on each chapter. So there are around 6 chapters as shown here. So make sure you are preparing for the exam based on the weightage given here. So the first question is multiple choice question. So before we move on to that, I just want to share the question pattern which I got in real exam. There were around 30 to 40 questions, and I need to complete those questions in 45 minutes of time. It is a combination of multiple choice question, drag and drop, yes or no questions, also drop down questions. Mostly, I got the direct definition kind of questions, whereas the rest of the questions are combination of whatever the question types I said. Sometimes a scenario is given, from that we need to choose the right answer. So these are some of the questions which I got. So the first question is on networking types. Which hardware device is required to exist or be installed on your company network in order to set up a site-to-site VPN? As it's mentioned site-to-site VPN, it's denoting VPN gateway. VPN gateway needs to be configured to connect to Azure for a private network to be established. So make sure you guys are concentrating on all the networking types available in the Azure scope. We'll move on to the next question. This is a drag and drop question which I got in my real-time exam on the different types of services: IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. The example for IaaS is virtual machine. An example for PaaS is Windows Azure. An example for SaaS is MS 365. So these are the options given. I just dragged and matched against these questions. And also some other examples which I got from other websites. For SaaS, Google Workspace, Dropbox, and so on. For PaaS, it's AWS Elastic, Beanstalk, Windows Azure, and so on. For IaaS, it's DigitalOcean, Linode, Rackspace, and so on. So make sure you guys are understanding the difference between infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Definitely, there will be one question in this topic. We'll move on to the next question. This question is a yes or no question or multiple choice questions. Sometimes on resource groups, we used to get 3 statements under one question, and we need to select whether it is yes or no based on the given statement. Which of the following features doesn't apply to resource groups? Resource can be only in one resource group. RBAC, role-based access control, can be applied to resource group. Yes. Resource group can be nested. The true statement is resource group cannot be nested. So third is the answer. Make sure you guys are reading all the features of resource groups, as there will be either a multiple choice question or a yes or no question will be present in your real-time exam. We'll move on to the next question now. Question number 4 is multiple choice question on identity management. An IT administrator has the requirement to control access to specific app resource using multi-factor authentication. What Azure service satisfies the requirement? As you all know, Azure function comes under serverless computing, so we can ignore that option. Authorization, authentication, and Azure AD comes under identity management. But when we see the explanation, you can use Azure AD to control access to your apps and your app resources based on your business requirements. In addition, you can use Azure AD to require multi-factor authentication when accessing important organizational resources. So Azure AD is the right answer here. Let's move on to the next question. Question 5. Again, it's a multiple choice question on networking types. Which of the following options you can use to link virtual networks? As the keyword here is link virtual networks, virtual network peering is the right answer. Other types of networks, network address translation, multi-chases link aggregation, and dynamic host configuration protocol are not in our Azure scope. So it's clearly visible that virtual network peering is the right answer. The next question is question 6, multiple choice question. It is on benefits of cloud. One of the benefits of the cloud is agility. What does that mean in the context of the cloud? Exactly, we need to select the meaning of agility. Instead of blindly studying the benefits of cloud, make sure you are understanding the full meaning behind each and every term of the benefit. Example, agility. The ability to respond to drive and market changes quickly. That is the definition for agility. So, fourth option is the right answer. And the explanation is the ability to respond to change rapidly based on changes on the market or environment, ensuring fast time to market. So, fourth option is the right answer here. The next question is question 7, again multiple choice question on availability zone. What are Azure availability zones? A feature of Azure that allows you to manually specify into which data center your VMs are placed, which allows you to achieve higher availability than any other option. Explanation is, availability zones are nothing but a unique physical location within your Azure region. It is made up of one or more data centers, and there will be a minimum of 3 zones in each region. You can manually place your resources in an availability zone for attaining highest availability. So the option 2 is the right answer here. Next question is multiple choice question on types of cloud. If you wanted to simply use Azure as an extension of your own data center, not primarily hosting anything there, but using it for extra storage or taking advantages of some services, what hosting model is that called? As mentioned in question, it looks like it is not completely operating in our location. Also, for storage purposes, we will be taking a third-party cloud services. So it is a mixture of public and private. So then the answer will be hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a mixture between private services like your self-hosted applications and public services. Like whenever we need extra storage, we can go for any third-party provider to get the cloud service. So this is a mixture of both services. Hence the answer is hybrid cloud. Next question. Your company wants to know which cloud deployment model would work best for them. You need to choose the appropriate model for each scenario. Which model should you use in each scenario? To answer, select the appropriate models from the drop-down menus. So again, it is on types of cloud and it is a drag and drop question. The first is your company wants to create a virtual network with 10 virtual machines and no capital expense cost. So it is clearly given that no capex cost. That means we need to own completely a device. And then hence it falls under public cloud. Your company wants to control the methods used to have a high level of security for its resources. Private cloud is always used for a specific organization to have more security. In that case, it comes under private cloud. Your company doesn't have IT experts or the money to purchase its own servers. When we need extra storage in cloud through the public internet, then it comes under public model. So the third also comes under public. We'll move to the next question. Next question is yes or no type on networking. ExpressRoute traffic is routed through a private connection. Yes. Traffic between peer virtual networks is routed over the public internet. No. A VNet is created within the scope of a region. Yes. And we'll see the definition now. ExpressRoute traffic is routed over always a private connection. It is enabled through a connectivity provider at a co-location facility that lets you link your own on-premises networks to Microsoft Cloud Service such as Microsoft Azure, Microsoft 365. So the first is yes. Traffic between peered virtual networks, VNets, is not routed over the public internet. Instead, it is routed through the Microsoft backbone infrastructure without involvement of the public internet. So that statement is wrong. So no. A VNet is created within the scope of a region. A VNet is a regional resource. However, VNets from different regions can still be connected to each other via global VNet peering using internal Microsoft connectivity in Azure or via VPN gateways using the public internet. So by seeing the explanation, the first and third statements are right and not the second one. Let's move to the next question. Next question is a multiple choice question on types of Azure services. You need to create a human computer interface that uses natural language to answer customer questions. Which product option should you select as a candidate? Azure Bot Service. Azure Bot Service creates virtual agent solution that utilizes natural language. It should not be eliminated as a candidate. There would be lots of chat agents which we know in any booking website. So as it's clearly given with a hint like it needs to use the natural language to answer customer question, it will fall under the bot service definition. Hence the answer is Azure Bot Service here. Next question is a multiple choice question on logic apps. You want to orchestrate a workflow by using APIs from several well-known services. Which is the best option for this scenario? There are two types of serverless models. One is functions, one is logic apps. Functions is purely used by running a code or will use the programming language like HTML and so on. But whenever we need any workflows or the logical programs, then we need to go for logic apps. So here the definition comes under logic apps. Logic apps makes it easy to create a workflow across well-known services with less effort than writing code and manually orchestrating all the steps yourself. Here keyword is workflow. So it comes under Azure Logic Apps. If the question is related to code, then we can go for Azure Functions. Next question is multiple choice question on security services. Which one uses SIEM technology amongst all of this? This question I got in my real exam. So make sure you guys are understanding which service using which technology. That will help to choose the right answer. The Sentinel has the SIEM technology, that is cloud-based security information and event management. SOAR, Security Automated Response Solution. Microsoft's cloud-based SIEM system is called Azure Sentinel. Hence, the right answer here is Azure Sentinel. Next question is a yes or no question on types of data or the traffic. In my real-time exam, the question was, there were three statements where they asked for inbound traffic is free, yes, outbound traffic is free, no, data traffic between Azure resources in same region is free, yes. Inbound traffic and data traffic between Azure resources are always free. Only they cost you for only the outbound data or the outbound traffic. So the second question alone has answer no. Next question is drop down question. This also I got in my real exam. Even if you're not using other Azure resources, you still need to pay for. And there are options given in the drop down where I selected storage. That is the right answer compared to the other options given. So even when we are not using Azure resource, every month we need to pay for the storage for the data which we stored in their VM. The next question is again drag and drop question on the benefits of cloud. This also I got in my real-time exam. Drag and drop 3 sub-questions were there, like dynamic scalability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery. And they gave the definitions on the right hand side. And we need to match against each definition correctly. So for dynamic scalability, the definition is based on demand, it will get expanded. For fault tolerance, it will be available after failure. And on disaster recovery, we will be able to retain after loss. So make sure you are reading all the definitions for all these benefits. Next question is again a drag and drop questions on benefits of cloud. I got 3 benefits of cloud and the definitions are given in the right side where I need to match against the definition name. So I got agility, geo distribution and one more. So make sure you guys are understanding the definition of each benefit of cloud. Next question is drag and drop compliance manager. It is a direct definition given from where we can access the compliance manager. And I selected Azure portal from the drop down as other options given were irrelevant. So make sure you guys are studying about the compliance manager concepts and from where it can be accessed. Next question on types of cloud. A sample scenario is given for each and every type of cloud and we need to select whether it is private or public and hybrid. So I got this question in my real exam. So make sure you guys are understanding the difference between each of these types. Next question on drag and drop on the types of services. The Azure Synaptics definition was given in the right side where we need to match against the definition name correctly. So on Azure Synaptics, data warehouse is the keyword. There is a big statement given. And IoT, millions of sensors is the keyword in the statement. So I matched with IoT. And for machine learning services, it's a direct definition which was easily understandable. So I got this question in my real-time exam. Make sure you guys are studying for the definition for each of this type. Next question is a direct definition where it's like a drop-down question. It's given as Azure Marketplace and its definition like third party where we can buy a third party solution providers in Azure portal. And I selected Azure Marketplace from the drop-down. So it is just the direct definition for Azure Marketplace. Next question is multiple choice question. Which storage solution to use? Scenario is given like there were several computers to map to a specific network drive moving to Azure. And I got options like blob storage, file, SQL DB in Azure VM, etc. I preferred file storage as usually in a common company's network drive, you all would have accessed the file sharing. So hence I preferred file storage among the options given. So this is also one of the questions which I got in real-time exam. Next question is drop-down question. Again, this question is from my real-time exam. I got the keyword as just in time, and the option given in the drop-down like front door service, Microsoft Defender, and so on. After exam, I just referred some of the concepts available in other websites, and I came to know that just in time is the keyword for Microsoft Defender. So in that case, that will be the right answer. Next question on types of Azure Cloud Shell, yes or no question. When running Azure PowerShell with Cloud Shell, both Linux specific and Windows specific functionality is available. Cloud Shell times out after 20 minutes of inactivity. Cloud Shell provides a way to run Azure command line, that is CLI, and Azure PowerShell on iOS and Android mobile devices. Second and third statements are right. And for the first one, it's available only on Linux, not on Windows. Hence, that is no. Now we'll see the explanation. Azure Cloud Shell is an interactive browser accessible shell environment. When launching Cloud Shell, you need to select PowerShell to execute Azure PowerShell commands or Bash to execute Azure CLI commands. When running Azure PowerShell with Cloud Shell, Linux specific functionality is available, as I said earlier. But Windows specific functionality is not. This is because Cloud Shell runs PowerShell 6 on a Linux container. Cloud Shell times out with 20 minutes of inactivity. So that is true. Cloud Shell provides a way to run Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell on iOS and Android mobile devices. So that is also true. Cloud Shell can be accessed from Azure mobile app among other features available on the app to manage and monitor the Azure environment. So based on the explanation given, only the first option is wrong. The other two are true statements. We are now at the end of our part 1 real-time questions on AZ-900. Most of the questions in part 1, which are real-time questions which I got in my exam. Also, I referred other websites to just bring out all the practice questions to make you guys understand the concept behind each question. If in case you guys are planning for AZ-900, make sure to watch our AZ-900 series videos where we explain the important concepts in each chapter. Also, if in case you need any help in AZ-900 exam, don't forget to comment. We'll make sure to help you guys. If in case you guys are watching our video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Give a thumbs up if you like it. Also, share this with your friends. See you all in next video. Until then, bye.